Hey there, this is Coach Bill with Meditate School of Mindfulness. And welcome to this session where we're going to focus on a bit of relaxation, a bit of peaceful recovery, a bit of healing from loss or separation or grief. Just welcome yourself to this session of healing intention. So as we begin, just do all that you can to get as comfortable as you can be in this moment. As this is a deep relaxation, a yoga nidra, sometimes it's helpful to do this lying down on your back, with your arms softly at your side, with your head resting comfortably, if you're comfortable with that. If you choose to sit up or form another place, it's okay. But just prepare for yourself to go into this session being as comfortable as you can, relaxed. Lying down or sitting down. You might want to have a blanket because the body temperature is going to drop just a bit as your heart rate slows. Whatever it is you choose to do, just take a couple moments and do that. But try to be aligned and balanced, symmetrical, from your head to your feet. Try to picture yourself aligned from your spine all the way down through. And then if you can, wherever your arms are, try to have your palms facing either up or down. And if there's anything on you that's tight, just take it off. And then allow yourself to relax and close your eyes. Close your eyes and let yourself be right here, right now. Just breathe. Just breathe and relax and listen to my words. And as we go through this session, I want you to truly realize that grief is one of the heart's natural responses to loss. When we grieve, we allow ourselves to feel the truth of our pain. And that pain isn't random. That pain comes from a place of love. So we need to open ourselves up and be willing to recognize, to acknowledge, and to integrate and accept the truth of our loss. And sometimes the best way to do that is to let go, to let it come up. It takes courage. It takes courage and strength to honor the pain that we carry, realizing that grief is an emotional response to so many things. To the loss of someone we love, to a failure of some sort, to the end of a relationship, to the end of a part of our lives. All of these types of grief are valid. They need to be recognized as true instead of resisted, because resistance, it never solves any problem. So as you go into this session, I want you to give yourself permission to grieve. We can grieve with tears. We can grieve in silence. We can grieve in prayer or in song. But however we choose to do it, we actually need to touch the pain and come face to face with our genuine human vulnerability, with a recognition that we can't control everything, to embrace the fact that when it comes to that loss, there is a bit of hopelessness, but we can change that perspective. When we're dealing with loss and grief, we realize there are storm clouds within us. Our heart isn't filled with joy and light and happiness. But we need to realize it's still there. That just like every storm, it will pass. Just like when there is a storm up above the clouds, the light is there. The blue skies remain. We just need to rise above or embrace the pain and let the storm pass. So as we move through this session tonight, I want you to feel that this is about the support of coming together with an intention to heal. This is about giving yourself permission to respect our tears. Without a wise way to grieve, we can only soldier on, armored and unfeeling. But we need to allow our hearts to learn and grow from the sorrows of the past. We need to allow ourselves to just let go. So as you rest here now, I want you to just relax and feel the energy of the earth holding you. I want you to just focus, and this section is about releasing tension, letting go. So I wonder if you can imagine, it's almost as if you have this energy reaching down into the earth, like roots, going down into the soil. Those roots that go down through the rocks and the crystals and deep into the core of the earth. You can feel that energy grounding you to the earth. And as you rest here now, just take in just a little bit deep of a breath and exhale nice and gentle and feel that grounding connection. Breathing in that calm, peaceful energy and exhaling and releasing the raw emotion, the pain. Breathing in the peaceful presence of the air and exhaling the aching loss. As you feel that breath flowing in and out, I wonder if you could almost imagine breathing in light and it flows through your body. And on the out breath, think of the word release. Breathing in the light, release on the exhale. And do that a few times, breathing in light. And say it to yourself nice and slow as you exhale, release. Think of that light filling every cell in your body and feeling that release, letting go. Breathing in that peaceful light, releasing the sadness and the pain and the grief. With the inhale comes a healing energy, healing our tired and emotional bodies, healing the wounds of the heart, healing the raw emotion and the feelings of loss. And with the exhale comes relief, letting go. And just breathe in that light and release. And then let your breath just be there now. Just let it flow on its own. And turn your awareness to the sounds that you hear. The sounds all around you. Become aware of my voice of the music, of any other sounds around you. Listen to your body. Listen to your breath. Let yourself be. And as we move through this session, it's best if you remain still, but if you become uncomfortable, just move and adjust. But come back to this stillness. And just think to yourself, I am still. Like still water. I am still. And reflective. And I want you to just think now of a short positive statement. Something you can think in the present tense. Like, I give myself time to heal. I give myself time to grieve. Whatever it is, just think of something that comes to your mind and repeat it to yourself a couple of times. And then just let it be there. And relax. And now as you're resting in peacefulness, I want you to think about tears, crying. I wonder if you've ever recognized that tears are your body's release valve for grief and sadness, for stress and anxiety, for frustration. That those tears aren't to be denied. They're a way to purge the pent-up energy and emotions so that they aren't held within you. Without releasing, you hold stress inside. You hold fatigue and pain. As you think about tears, recognize that your tears are like the ocean. Your tears are salt water. And your tears are there. Protectively, they lubricate the eyes. They wash away any irritants. Within you, they reduce the stress hormones. They contain antibodies that help fight microbes. Crying stimulates the production of endorphins in our body's natural painkiller and helps your mind release the feel-good hormones. So as we move through this part, I'm going to guide you through different parts of your body. And when it's named, as we move through your body, imagine a soft tear touches that body part. And if that's too difficult, then just repeat the name of the body part and keep moving. But now I wonder if you could imagine placing a tear on the thumb of your right hand, and then on your right index finger, on the middle finger, on the ring finger, on the pinky finger. Imagine placing a tear in the palm of your hand, on the back of your hand, on your wrist, in your lower arm, your elbow, your upper arm, your shoulder, the pit of your arm. Imagine placing a tear on your right waist, in your hip, in the right thigh, in the kneecap, in the lower leg, in the ankle, the heel, the sole of the foot, Imagine placing a tear on your big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, your little toe, the top of your foot. Then bring your awareness and imagine you're placing a tear on your left thumb, on your left index finger, on the middle finger, on the ring finger, on the pinky finger. Imagine placing a tear in the palm of your hand, on the back of your hand, on your wrist, your lower arm, your elbow, your upper arm, your shoulder, your armpit, and all the way down, placing a tear on your left waist, your left hip, the thigh, the knee, your lower leg, your left ankle, and the heel, and the sole of your foot, and placing a tear on the left big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, and the pinky toe. Feeling yourself present. Don't drift off to sleep. Stay awake for now. And then allow yourself to bring your awareness all the way up to the top of your head, placing a teardrop right at the very top of your head. And then on your forehead, on your right temple, and your left temple, on your right eyebrow, and your left eyebrow, in the center of your brow. Imagine placing a tear on your right eyelid, on your left eyelid, on the right eye, and the left eye, on your right ear, and your left ear, at the top of your nose, in your right nostril, and your left nostril, your right cheek, and your left cheek, your upper lip, and your lower lip, your tongue, and your jaw, in the front of your neck, your right chest, and your left chest, in the center of your chest, just above your heart, placing a tear right there, and down to your navel, then around to your lower back, and your middle back, and your upper back. Imagine placing a tear and letting it flow all the way down your spine, and then all the way back up to the top of your head. And let those tears run up and down your whole right arm, and all the way to your hand and your fingers, and then back up again. And let those tears flow all the way down your whole left arm, and your hand, and all those fingers. And allow a little bit of a wave of tears to flow up and down both of arms and both hands and all of your fingers. And then place tears and let them flow up and down your whole right leg, all the way down to your foot and your toes, and then your whole left leg, all the way down to your foot and your toes. And then imagine those tears are flowing up and down both legs together, then both arms together, then your arms and legs together, letting those tears flow through your whole front body, and the whole back of your body, and the front and back together, and then your whole body together. Your whole body together. Your whole body together. then let go. Let go of the tears and just come back to your natural breathing. And I want you to begin to really sense your breath, feeling the breathing in your lungs. Imagine how gentle your breath is flowing. But notice how your body is resting and soft and comfortable. Continue to breathe and allow yourself to feel just for a moment you're safe. But let yourself be vulnerable and let that grief come up into your breath. Let any pain or loss come into your breath. Let the story of your grief, let the images, let the feelings come naturally and hold them gently. Don't resist. Take all the time that you need. Let the feelings come up layer by layer. Let your feelings come up. And as you feel that grief rising, as you feel that grief and pain and loss, I wonder if you could take your right hand and move it up to the center of your chest and feel it there. And then bring your other hand and place it over your navel and feel yourself breathing. Know that your heart is beating. Keep breathing softly and compassionately as you hold yourself. And let whatever feelings are there come up and touch them gently. Make some space within yourself for any images to arise. Allow the story to come up. For a moment, just breathe and hold all of that grief and pain and loss with tenderness and compassion. Feel it. Feel your breath flowing. And then take in a nice deep breath. Hold it for a moment. And when you exhale, just gently let go with a little bit of a sigh. Just let it out. And keep holding yourself. Visualize any grief or loss or sadness, any imbalance. And imagine on the next breath, as you exhale, it's like a smoke that's going to move out of you and be released into the air. So take a nice deep breath in. Hold your breath for a moment. And imagine as you exhale, that smoke disappears and you sigh on the exhale and blow it away. And maybe you need to do that a couple times. Breathing in, holding yourself, and breathing out that smoke and that darkness. Just breathe now. Holding your hands to your chest, to your navel. Feel the love that is there. Feel the inspiration of release. breathing into your lungs, let that light fill your lungs again. Breathing all the way down into the depths of your tummy, let the light fill you. And be grateful. Be grateful for that beating heart. Be grateful for that breath that's flowing. And just visualize yourself filling up again with white healing light. And as you relax now, just breathe and let your hands go back down to your sides. Just rest for a moment. And as you rest now, I want to bring to mind some opposite feelings. So I want you to begin to think of the word cool. And notice any coolness in the body. Notice any coolness where your skin is exposed to the air. Find any place on the body that's cool. And then imagine that coolness spreading across the body. And let the body be cooled. Experiencing coolness. Breathing that coolness. Now let go of the coolness and come to the opposite experience of warmth. Notice any warmth in the body. Notice any warmth under your clothing or blanket. Notice any place that the body's warm. And then allow that warmth to spread across the body. And let your body feel warm. Let the body be warm. And now let go of that warmth. And I want you to come into a feeling of heaviness. Feel the points of contact between your body and the surface beneath you. Focus on the weight of your body. And notice how your body is heavy. Your head is heavy. Your shoulders are heavy. Your arms are heavy. Your back is heavy. Your legs are heavy. Maybe you can imagine that your body's so heavy that it feels as if you're sinking down. Experiencing the body as heaviness. And let go of that heaviness. And let yourself come into the opposite experience as lightness. Notice your fingers are light. Your toes is light. Your nose is light. The lashes of your eyes are light. Your breath is light. So let your body feel light, as if it could rise above the floor like a feather. The body so light that it could blow in the wind like a leaf in the autumn wind. Experience the body as lightness. And now let go of that lightness and allow yourself to reflect on the feeling of grief. Concentrate and invite in that feeling of grief and pain. The grief that you experience in your life, mental and physical. It doesn't have to be large, but allow yourself to reflect and recollect any grief that's happening right now. And let yourself feel that grief. How does it feel? Now, in the same way you let go of the heaviness and the coolness and the warmth and the lightness, let go of the grief and come to the opposite sensation of joy. Just recollect a moment and an experience of joy. Concentrate and try to remember the experience of joy. This feeling. Relive it. Let it come into your body and your mind and your heart, and awaken the feeling of joy. Now check that you're awake, and recollect that feeling of joy as if it were happening right now. Feel the joy. And then let go of the joy and come back to your natural breathing. And as you feel your breath flowing, allow yourself to just visualize the words that I say now. And recognize that when we grieve somebody we lost, we know a lot of comfort would be derived if we knew that our loved one was watching over us. If we knew that they were sending us love, and if they could reassure us that all is well. The one we love has passed on. Maybe you can imagine they're looking down on us and helping us, loving us, supporting us. As you rest here now, I want you to just imagine in that space in front of your eyes, like you're seeing it on a screen. I want you to bring to mind an image of this loved one. Don't resist. Know that this is good. And see them clearly. See them as if you were watching a movie. What would they be wearing? How old are they? Where are they? And still your mind. And open the mind to any connection, any message, any feeling or vision that might come through. Keep yourself still. Keep the breathing deep. And ask. Ask that you be held at all times in love and protection. And I wonder if you could consciously push that energy up. The energy of love and protection. Imagine it rising up out of you. Imagine it rising up into the stars and out into the universe, soaring higher and higher. Imagine that when you push all that energy up as far as it will go, you can be still and simply breathe. And then I wonder, do you feel any thoughts floating in your mind? Do you hear any messages drifting in? Don't try to determine if they're right or wrong, if they're real or imagined. Just make note of what's there. Don't analyze. Just remember and listen and ask if there's any more. Are there any more messages? Notice that sometimes it floods your mind, and other times it's quiet. And then there may be more messages, and then it gets quiet. And sometimes there's nothing at all. But just notice what's there. Maybe you can set the intention to write down whatever it is that you've discovered when we get to the end. But for now, just know you'll remember. Just hold on to the feeling, the message, the color, or the images. And when there's no more communication, just go back to your breathing. Just bring yourself back into your body and feel this deep level of calm. Feel this feeling of comfort, of connectedness, and that whatever you discovered or not is right. But right now you feel comfortable, and you can carry this forward with you. And you can stay connected to this feeling of calm and remember it when the loss and the pain is unbearable. We can focus on our breathing. We can feel that relaxation. And we can connect to the calm and let yourself be peaceful. Let yourself be calm with that deep inner knowing that the person you love would want you to be peaceful and calm. Knowing that we're only a few thoughts away from our loved ones. Knowing that perhaps they're always looking down on us, protecting us, and guiding us. Knowing that no matter where they are, they're pouring their love down upon us, as they know how hard life can be on the planet that we live. Right now, perhaps you can imagine that they're in a place where all the pain and suffering they had are gone. Maybe now you can imagine they're in a place where just love and a connection with the universe and that universal loving energy is all around them. Maybe they've risen to that place that we so often reach in those moments of peace. Maybe they're living wherever they are in peace. We know that one day we'll be reunited with them. We'll be exalted into the highest emotions, into the higher plane of being. We'll be in that place of pure love, that place of universal connection. But until we are watched over. Until we are there, we are protected. And for as long as we live, and even after, we are loved. And we can send that love back from the very depths of our heart. We can send that love out to join with the universal love that is all around us. We can allow ourselves to be wrapped in the energy of love and realize that we are loved. We are protected. We are one. Now allow yourself to let go and just come back to your natural, peaceful breath. And as you feel that breath flowing, I wonder if you could just listen to the intention in your heart now that says, you are love. You are loved. That you should be love and walk in love. Act from that place of love. So as you're wrapped in the energy of love, perhaps you want to repeat to yourself 3 times, I am love. I am love. I am love. And as you connect to the energy of love and the connectedness of all of humanity and all of the universe, allow yourself to change the perspective and see that the grief that you carry, the grief that we all carry, is part of the grief of the world. And we can hold it gently. We can let it be honored, as if we were holding out our hands, cupping a cup of water, letting that water be still, but knowing we don't have to hold it that way. We can allow it to sink down into that heart of compassion. We can allow ourselves to let those tears flow, releasing the grief we carry in a long, peaceful reflection, recognizing that this grief, it follows the natural intelligence of the body and the heart, and we shouldn't deny it. We should trust it. We should trust it and let it unfold. We should sometimes make note of it. Write it down. Sometimes cry it out. Sometimes let that grief be sung, or let it come out in a dance. Let it come out when you're looking at the sunrise in the morning, or a sunset at night. Let it be reflected in the face of the moon, or at a distant star so far away. A twinkling star, and you can feel connected to it. Let the timeless wisdom that you carry within you guide you through that grief. But allow yourself to open your heart instead of shutting it down. Open your heart and share the love. Because this grief, this pain, this feeling, it comes from a place of love. Because without love, there'd be no pain. Without love, you wouldn't feel the loss. So let that love come up and let it flow out. That love is with you. You are bathed in the energy of love, in the energy of the universe, in the energy of everything. So now come back to your breath again. Feel how it's flowing. Let your awareness come back to the sounds more clearly. Hear the sound of my voice. Hear the sound of the music. Hear the sound of your breathing. Hear the sound of the space all around you, of the room that you're in. Let yourself start to remember the room. Without opening your eyes, get a sense of the walls and the ceiling and the floor. And remember your place in it. Remember what's in this room with you. Then become aware of your body in whatever position you're in. And notice the weight of your body. Notice all the points where your body's supported. And then extend your attention and let it flow through your whole body. Let yourself become aware of your whole body all the way down to the tips of your toes, to the tips of your fingers, to the top of your head. Become aware of the energy extending around your body. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your body and the breath inside your body. And then consciously, intentionally, take in a deeper breath, hold it for a moment, and exhale nice and slow. One more time, intentionally taking a deep breath and breathing in that light and that energy, and hold it for a moment. And this time when you exhale, sigh again. And here you are. Keep your eyes closed for a moment and say to yourself mentally, once again, I am love. I am love. I am surrounded by the energy of love. And then slowly start to move your body. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Move yourself from side to side if you wish. Remembering to be mindful of what's near you. But maybe you can start to stretch a little bit. Moving ever so slowly, maybe you can take in a deep yawn. And here you are. Now when you're ready, maybe if you'd like, you can roll on your side. Hold yourself there for a moment. And slowly open your eyes. And then when you're ready, push yourself up and move on with the rest of your evening, or allow yourself to drift off into a pleasant night's rest, or move on in the busy day that lies ahead. But know, what you've done now is shifted. So give yourself some gratitude for taking the time and move forward in peace and love.